It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Chiefs and the Steelers coming up next.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On Edwards-Helaire, I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of one. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Pulled in at the 24. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And some room to maneuver. A little juke. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Mostert. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Raheem Mostert punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Mahomes throw here complete to Kelce. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Rashad Fenton, the one to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. He'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Out to his left. And this is taken in at the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool. 37 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. On 1st down, Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Mahomes now to throw. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he's brought down. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 27 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They hand it off to Mostert. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Steps away to his left. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Chase Claypool. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And that's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A shotgun snap, and again to Edwards-Helaire. And he's got room. The 40. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, pass incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That is caught at the 7. And the Chiefs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them.
Touchdown! Complete at the 1. Travis Kelce, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 9 now. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll look to throw now on first down. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. It got his man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
First down, and they go back to Harris. Room here to run. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, 15 yards. And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at Jerome Peril. We're pretty darn good.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. Could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris. Always got some breathing room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Harris. He's to the 10 and all the way down to the 5. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
KC's offense ready to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Fighting to stay upright. And that is incomplete. Now the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Gets around him. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back now in Pittsburgh. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 138 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They run again with Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Second and 5. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off.
He's
got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. He'll look to throw. Steps away. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get...
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Mahomes going to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Alex Highsmith. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing now is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Mahomes to throw once more. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
And they run with Harris off the option. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Mahomes now on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Personal foul.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Completion here to Claypool. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little